Hey guys, it's Kelly Jo. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 5 hairstyles that are inspired by fishtail braids. I feel like fishtails are just really like springy and summery, and I felt like doing a video where all of these hairstyles have fishtails in them. So let's go ahead and get started. The first hairstyle I'm showing you is just a basic side fishtail braid. So an easier way to do this is to tie up your hair into a side ponytail with just a little hair elastic like that. And then this is how you do a fishtail braid. So you just split the hair in half, 2 equal pieces, and you take a little section from each side. So you take just a little strand like that, and then you cross it over to the other side. And you're just going to repeat this same process all the way down. So take little pieces from each side and just cross them over. So it does take a little bit of practice, and it will take longer depending on like how little your strands are. But as you can see, the more you do this, the fishtail braid starts to form together, and you just continue that all the way down your hair. So you have a fishtail braid like that, and then just tie it off at the bottom with another elastic. And the fun part is you can pull the braid apart and make it bigger. And this is me with scissors. No, I'm not going to cut my hair, but I'm just cutting off the hair tie from the top, and then I'm just pulling it apart like that to make it more messy and just more noticeable. And there you go, you have a side fishtail braid. And I feel like just tying it up into a ponytail first just makes it easier to braid and to hold the hair together. So yeah, I like this one a lot. It reminds me a lot of summertime. Like I said, this is probably my favorite way to wear a fishtail, honestly, or one of my favorite ways. So yeah, this is a really good one. So the second hairstyle is going to be the fishtail accent braid. This is one that I do a lot. It's just basically the same thing, but we're just going to add a little fishtail braid to the side of our head. So I'm just taking a kind of smallish, medium size section of my hair on the side of my head, and I'm just starting the exact same thing. So dividing it in half and then taking little pieces from each side and crossing them over. This can be a little bit hard because the fishtail braid is so small. But once I go down a couple of inches, I like to pull it apart just to make it more messy. I feel like it's easier to pull the braid apart like while you're braiding it, if that makes sense, than like afterwards. So as you can see, I'm pulling it apart once I go down every couple of inches. And I feel like fishtail braids just look so much better once you pull them apart and make them really messy. They just look much more prettier in my opinion. So the messier you make it, the better. So I'm just continuing this all the way down. And then once I get to the end, I'm tying it off with a hair elastic. And then I'm just going back and pulling the braid apart even more to make it more messy. And that's it for the little fishtail accent braid. I think this one's really cute, and it's a good way to, I don't know, just add a little something to just your regular hair if you wear your hair down a lot. So that's why I like to do this hairstyle quite a bit, because most of the time I just wear my hair down, but I want to have something a little cute to add to it. So this is the second hairstyle. So the third hairstyle is going to be this flipped half up fishtail braid. And this one's super pretty. It is a little bit more difficult just because you can't really see what you're doing. But I'm just putting my hair into a regular half up, half down. And then I'm flipping the ponytail inward so it makes a little flipped effect like that. And then I'm just splitting the ponytail in half and doing the fishtail braid like regular. And yeah, this one, like I said, takes a little bit more practice just because you kind of just have to feel like what you're doing. You can't really look into the mirror very easily and see what you're doing. But yeah, once I braid it down a little ways, I flip the ponytail around to the side just so I can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better, and it's just easier to braid that way. And once you get to the end, I'm tying it off, and then once again pulling the braid apart, which you definitely don't have to do. I just like pulling all of my braids apart. It just makes them more messy. But I feel like the fishtail braid is so like intricate and detailed anyways, like you can just keep it like how it is. And I think it's still really cute. And yeah, this hairstyle is very bohemian looking, which I love, especially with like the little flipped ponytail part of it. You can see at the top there. And I just think with the fishtail braid, it all just looks really good together. So yeah, definitely a good idea for if you want your hair kind of out of your face, but still down at the same time. So I really like that one a lot. This fourth hairstyle is going to be the Dutch fishtail headband. So what I'm doing is tying up most of my hair at the back of my head, and I'm splitting my hair down to like my ear so that I have like a little section in the front. And what you're going to do is just a normal fishtail braid, except instead of crossing the pieces over each other, you're going to cross each little piece underneath each other, as you can see there. And then you're also going to add a strand of hair each time you cross under. So yeah, I'm not the best at this hairstyle, I feel like. It's just a little bit more difficult to like cross it under, as well as like adding pieces every time. So it's a little bit more difficult, but the effect is still really cool. It just takes practice. So yeah, just think of it like a normal like Dutch braid if you know how to do that, which is where you know, cross the pieces under each other still when you're doing a regular braid. But with a fishtail braid, you're just working with 2 sections instead of 3, if that makes sense. So yeah, after that, I'm tying off the braid with a little piece of hair behind my ear just to keep it in place. And then this one looks really cool, again, if you pull the braid apart. And yeah, it creates a little fishtail headband. So yeah, this one definitely took me a while to learn. I definitely can still get better at it, but I think it still looks really cute and it definitely catches people's attention, I think. So yeah, a good way to keep the front strands of your hair out of your face. Okay, so this last hairstyle is going to be actually a hair hack, or fishtail hack, for if you are struggling with the fishtail braid, but you still want the same effect. This is how you can fake a fishtail braid. So I'm putting my hair up into a high ponytail and then tying off a little section with another hair tie a couple inches down, and then you're going to do the same flipped effect that we did earlier in the other hairstyle. And you're gonna pull it apart and then slide the ponytail, the hair tie, down a little bit further and flip it again. So as you can see, it kind of looks like a fishtail, and you keep on doing that all the way down your hair. So you slide the hair tie down, then split your hair in 2 and flip it. And it looks kind of like a fishtail. It's a little bit loose, I will say. But it still creates the same effect, and so there's a little hack for you if you want to create a fishtail braid that kind of looks real, but it's not as complicated. This is me doing an actual fishtail braid. So this is what the fishtail ponytail looks like when you do the actual braid. So it's still cute. I mean, both methods are cute for sure. But this is what the fishtail ponytail looks like when you do the real braid. I really like this one a lot. I feel like it's very girly and kind of sporty looking for when you want your hair out of your face. And here's a little bonus hairstyle for you guys. You can wrap up the ponytail and make a little fishtail bun. So that's another thing you can do for when you want your hair completely out of your face. So yeah, it creates a really cute and like textured bun that looks very intricate and kind of complicated. So yeah, I like doing my buns with a scrunchie. I just think it makes it more cute. So yeah, there is all of the hairstyles that I have for you guys today with a fishtail braid in them. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!